Hey folks, Jason Ballas with OutdoorProductReview.com. Welcome to our 2014 bow review. It's April, we're getting ready to kick these things out. We just got a bunch of bows in, so got a lot coming for you. Today's bow we're going to be doing is the Xcentric from Xpedition Archery. Really cool looking bow. We'll cover that in a second. First, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors. We got Sitka Gear. We have Jim Fletcher archery releases this year. This one's the Fletch hook. It's used for if you're using a string loop. Really nice release. And then our rest company for this year is QAD. We're using the Ultra S HDX, and you guys you can see the video on our website or on our Facebook page or on YouTube or wherever you guys are watching this from. You can see how to mount this rest. It's a great drop away rest, and it's going to be the same rest. This orange one's going to be the same one that we're using on all of our reviews. So without further ado, we have the Xcentric. It's the flagship bow from Xpedition Archery. You know, you guys saw the X-Ring 6 and the X-Ring 7 last year. Great bows. They've done it even better this year. I talked to him at the ATA show, and I was looking at it. It's beyond what they had last year. It's just really a cool looking bow. So let's cover the Xcentric. You know, we got a 32¼ inch axle to axle, very beyond parallel limb. It's not that long. It's got a nice long riser, but with that 32¼ axle, it's nice and short for you guys, especially if you're a tree stand hunter and or even, you know, a backpack hunter. The overall aesthetics of the bow are just awesome. It's got that molten black riser without any flaws whatsoever, and you know, the camo limbs. You can get it in whatever kind of camo pattern that they have. You can look at their website. They have different camo patterns. I like a black bow with camo limbs. I shot at a nice bull with that nice big elk a couple years ago with a totally black bow. Black seems to be the way a lot of people are going, and you know, to me, if it shoots really good, that's the bows I'm gonna be hunting with. Black or camo or whatever the case is. All right, the brace height on this bow is 6 inches. So, you know, a short brace height, but the reason why it has a short brace height is this bow shoots 352 feet per second IBO. So it's really, not only is it their flagship bow, it's gonna be their speed bow this year. And I'll tell you, I'm excited to shoot it through our chronograph. We got a new chronograph this year, and I'm really excited to shoot it through it and see the speed we're gonna be getting. Our arrow for this year is 408 grains. The bow weighs about 3.9 pounds approximately, and it's under that magic 4-pound mark, which makes it really nice. The draw range comes from, on this bow, this model, the Xcentric, it comes from 27 to 30 inches, but they have an SD model out there that can go all the way down to 24 inches. So you can get this bow from 40 to 70 pounds, but if you get the SD model, you know, you can have a shorter draw length. So if you have a youth or your wife or a girlfriend or whatever, you can have a shorter draw, a little lighter poundage bow, but you're still getting the great precision that goes into the Xcentric flagship bow and the SD. So that's something out there that you have the option. SD, the cams are a little smaller, a little shorter draw length, of course. Right, they have that anti-torque reduction cable guard or cable slide, if you will. And the cool thing about this is that there is no serving on your cable whatsoever. And there's just 2 grooves here that it slides through. And that's really nice, because anything on your strings is going to cause them to move slower, therefore reducing your speed. So I really like that. It's really nice. Sort of curves out and comes in and stays out of the way, so you don't have to worry about losing a cable slide or whatever the case. It just stays right in those grooves. And it makes it easy for if you need to work on the bow, say you want to serve something in, you can actually pop these out of the grooves and then have the cables back in their natural position. They have their string suppressor system here. The only serving is right behind that, and that's just meant to absorb the sound of the bow. All right, one thing they have is the XS cams, and that's XS or XS. So they have the XS cams on the Xcentric, and really nice. There's no meat to these cams. You're losing a lot of weight. All these cam cutouts really reduces the overall weight of the bow, right? There's tons of cutouts throughout the riser, which reduces the overall weight, but yet it's cut at such an angle that you maintain the strength. Same goes for the cam. There's curved cuts in there, which still maintains the integrity of the cam. Very smooth drawing cam, and they have markers here on the cam where your cables align, and as long as your cable's between the marking lines, your bow should be in timing. Remember, all our bows are 29 inches and 70 pounds, so 29-inch draw, 70 pounds. We're going to be shooting a 408 grain arrow. On the back, instead of fletching, we're going to have a fob, which is fletching only better. You guys could go to starflight.com and check those out. That's 2 R's. It's great. I use them all the time, especially when I'm hunting, and they really control your broadhead. All right, there you go. You see everything that this bow, all the work that's gone in this bow. And for a bow in its second year, a company, they have some great looking product here. But like I said, we got that QAD rest on here, and I put the arrow on. We're using that fob. I'm just going to flip that up, and it holds the arrow, so it's a full containment system there. So if you're hiking or walking through the woods, you guys could use this. You've seen the bone collector guys, they all use this. It's a great rest. It's what I've used for numerous years, and I'm glad to have them on as a sponsor of this year's review. So we'll go ahead and we'll do the draw test. I'm going to put that fletch hook release on here. All you have to do is just put the little nub through the loop, and you're set. So we'll go ahead and draw the bow. Comes back, solid wall, right at 29 inches. The let off on this bow is 70%, but the draw is super smooth. Torque my hand, nothing. The bow doesn't move at all. Sorry about the wind. It's a little bit windy out here, but it is April. Let's do the creep test. Maybe you probably have about 1/8 of an inch there that you can creep with, which is not bad. But it's a solid wall, so you really feel like it's held back. All right, I'm going to touch my fingers together, and we're going to shoot this bow. I'm just touching like that. No, there wasn't any sound whatsoever or hand shock. The bow just sort of rolled back a little bit, went right back to position. That was really smooth. Really smooth. Yeah, that was nice. That was a great shooting bow. Zero hand shock, no noise whatsoever. Let's shoot the Xcentric through the chronograph and get the speed. I'll tell you what though, really smooth drawn bow. That was nice. All right, we're going to shoot the Xcentric through the chronograph here. Once again, sorry about the wind. 29 inches, 70 pounds. 303 feet per second with a 408 grain arrow. So there you go, folks, 303 feet per second. You know, it's 352 IBO, but you got to remember that's 5 grains per inch at 30-inch draw. So fast, nice and fast, quiet, no noise whatsoever, no hand shock. Great bow from Xpedition Archery. It's the second year in a row they've come out with a bow that is just smooth drawing, phenomenal. Brand new bow company, great product. If you guys are in California, especially Southern California, you can go to Team Big Shots. It's Big Shot Outdoor Gear. They're off of Miramar Road, off of I-15. You guys can go and test this bow out. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. Another great product from Xpedition Archery. I can't wait to see what they come out with next year. Really excited. As you can tell, this is a great bow. It's a great shooting bow. I've shot a lot of bows over the years, and you know, for a bow company in their second year, it is just a phenomenal shooting bow. One cool thing about it is they have modules for your cam. You can do it by 1/2 inch, depending on what your length of your draw is, and they're easy to tune out. You don't need a bow press. The Xcentric from Xpedition Archery gets a thumbs up. If it could have a 10 out of 10 or a million out of a million, great shooting bow, smooth draw, really nice. You guys need to go over and check out their website. It'll be down in the description below. And appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure to like us on Facebook to win your chance, or to have your chance to win a QAD rest, Jim Fletcher, maybe a fletch hook release, and or maybe even possibly a bow. So for Outdoor Product Review, I am Jason Ballas. We'll see you guys on our next bow review, which is going to be here very shortly.